precise timing so important?
I don't know.
Because there's no dialing. Mikey didn't have time to dial, okay? You can't dial and put your phone to an ear in 0.834 seconds. The next time that you're going to see Mikey McCoy, as we just showed you, is in just under 2.5 seconds on the other side of the tent. He's on a phone call. So we can track Mikey, but let's watch the clip again in milliseconds so you really grasp how quickly this transpires. So when this clip was brought... There we go. We're tracking that. Yeah, when the clip was brought to my attention, I obviously have a file, a big folder of files of every angle, and I decided to track Mikey from every angle available to see, like, maybe we just missed it, and he did at some point put that phone down, dial a number, speed dial, hold down one. I don't know. Maybe we missed it, because that seems automatic, right? 0.834. That seems pretty quick, and no. No, he doesn't do that. We even have him in front of Charlie's car when Charlie is brought to the car, the waiting car rather. He is still on the phone, and I can show you the clip of that. Take a look at this. Don't worry, we'll slow it down for you. See him in the background with the backpack. It's Mikey McCoy. Okay. So what are we to make of that? The only logical conclusion that I can come up with, and many others, because I've pressed, I said, play devil's advocate. I want you to advocate for Mikey McCoy. I want you to play lawyer, and you are representing your client, Mikey McCoy.
Wow, she's already made this person guilty. She's already made him guilty. She's saying you're the devil's advocate. You are his lawyer. He is your client. Like, she's making him guilty because he put his phone to his ear. Whether he was doing it right or not, who cares? Like, yo, I hope she has a file of all the lawsuits she needs to catch.
How did he do it this quickly? No one could win this game. The only logical conclusion we come up with was that Mikey was already on a phone call at 12:23 p.m. By 12:23 p.m. He was already on a phone call.
Because that's illegal to do that.
So I said, let's go back a little earlier in the footage and see if we can find when he actually maybe dials onto the phone. Maybe we can see him pick up the phone and begin a call before the shot takes off. And then after beginning that call, if we're following this logic, that would mean he puts his phone down until Charlie gets shot. And we were able to find what we think could be that moment. And I can tell you that it is 1 minute and 45 seconds approximately before that shot goes off. And we can watch that here. You see Mikey's on his phone here. And you're going to see he pulls it up and he starts to cover his ear again. Now, that could be unrelated. Again, we're taking a guess here. That's what made the most sense to us because we couldn't justify it in any other way. And I want to be clear, we're not here to make assumptions. Okay?
What are you doing?
And we wouldn't have to make any assumptions if Turning Point USA could just tell the truth. They could just be open and they could be honest about everything. Okay, I obviously went out to both Mikey McCoy and Andrew Colvett for a statement, asked those two questions. Hey, who were you on the phone with? What's going on here? No response. Weird. Because if that was me and I saw clips going viral and people were drawing conclusions from that clip, thinking that I was already on the phone, thinking that my reaction was weird, I would instantly hit back. I'd say, here's my call log. You want to know who I was on the phone with? 911, obviously. I was freaking out. I called 911. I didn't know what I was doing. Here's my phone. Here's my whole call log for that day.
I told you. She wants to pick a fight with Mikey McCoy because Turning Point USA has not been dealing with her. So now she's going to pick the Lord. Now she sees Mike McCoy as being somebody she can pick a fight with. There you go. And his dad, and by de facto, that's what she's doing. I don't have bingo yet, by the way.
This is, I don't know. I guess we live in a world where that doesn't make sense. I would have issued a statement to dispel any rumors, but they have not.
You got to talk. I need you to talk.
Here's what I want to say, and I honestly, I understand I'm preaching to the choir here. Everything about this is wrong.
No, everything about you is wrong. Remember what we said about the gag order. Mikey, if I'm not mistaken, if he works for TPUSA, then he would be under the gag order. So what does she want? She's going to keep prodding and get somebody to violate that gag order. Remember that. That's what she's doing. This woman is something else, a piece of work, dare I say. Good gracious.
And I know it. I actually know it better than most because I helped build that organization.
There we go.
And that's why I am almost the perfect person to discern what is normal and what is abnormal in terms of what happened at that college campus event. In fact, when I did my tribute to Charlie, this is unbelievable. Remember, just after he died, I posted a video to my friend Charlie Kirk, and I shared a clip of him at a college event, and he and I were laughing, and I'm going to show you that clip in a second. And I said, I don't even know which college this is when I showed the clip because I didn't know what college it was. And unbelievably, it was UVU. I kid you not. Let's rewatch that clip.
If you aren't wealthy, white, and male, Charlie Kirk is not your friend. What do you think?
Not my friend anymore?
Are we not friends? Is
I'm
that right?
Find out. This is how I'm
That's
going to find
nice.
out. A sign outside of a thing, an event that we just did. That
Yeah.
You're not my friend.
Go figure.
It is unbelievable that of all the clips we picked that, and I had no idea it was UVU.
Okay.
The point is that I hit college campuses with Charlie Kirk for 6 years. I don't believe that there was a single living, breathing person who has spoken at more college campuses alongside Charlie Kirk than me.
Then why are you not speaking at college campuses now? That's my question. If you're so good at it, why are you not doing it now? Why are you not engaging in college campuses right now? The Candace Owens speaking tour. Why are you not doing that?
So I knew that things were weird when I saw the, first and foremost, the camera guy, the one who takes down the camera. Seeing him lingering alongside Charlie at the event flagged me as weird, immediately. Okay? That's why I reached out when people saw him taking down the camera. I said, what is this? Why are you here? Literally, why are you standing next to Charlie? I've never at any college event ever in 6 years had that man standing next to me at an event, okay? Sometimes he wasn't even there. Other times, of course, when
So am I to believe, again, not trying to be difficult, but am I to believe that if she were at a speaking event, she would be there until the very end when they start breaking down equipment and see the schleps come in to move chairs, tables, and tents and lights and cameras? So she would sit around and watch them, or she would be in the green room, or she would be over glad handing or speaking to donors, or dare I say going back to the airport to go to the next location. She would literally sit around and watch? Like, Candace doesn't even make sense. I don't think y'all.
you are in AV, your job is to be somewhere quiet. Your job is to have on like headphones to make sure the audio is good. Maybe the idea that they're miking, the person running a company is miking you up is completely absurd. I didn't like it. It felt new to me. And you know what? When I called him, things got pretty weird. He acknowledged that a lot of new stuff was happening on that day. And I inquired to him immediately about the subtle changes that I recognized. And the thing that struck me as wrong was that he lied to me. I don't know why he was lying to me, but a lot of the things that he said didn't make sense. And I'm going to speak more thoroughly about what it was that he said, because obviously I recorded the phone call. I, of course, asked him why he took down the cameras so quickly. I asked him to, first and foremost, simply show me the footage, because that's all I wanted to do. I'm thinking, again, we're all going to get the band back together and solve this murder. And he got weird. He got really weird. I said, I just want to see the footage so I can debunk. I know that you don't want to put more footage out there. That's fine. But just show me the footage so I can debunk all these internet conspiracies that you were hiding something. I was not suspicious of Turning Point at all, actually, when I called. And I asked him, again, what's the reason? What's the reason for taking down the cameras quickly? Why hasn't the footage been released? Let me see it. And he told me that, he had spoken only to Erica and the feds that he had regarding the footage, that is. He specifically told me that, as I said earlier, that he had secured that footage because he wanted to prevent Erica, as I told you, from having to relive that moment. And that made entirely no sense to me. I told you guys, because we all can watch Charlie Kirk be murdered over and over and over and over and over again. So how are you sparing any emotions here by taking down the back footage? And then it made even less sense to me and appeared to me as a lie once I saw the footage on FaceTime, when I realized that there was no blood on Charlie. So it was the least traumatizing footage of all. Why be so secretive about it? He then told me that he needed to speak with Turning Point lawyers first to see about releasing the footage.
Right.
I said, okay, fine. I let him take a couple of days off, and then we got back on the phone. And I said, look, that's kind of a BS excuse too, because you run your own company and the footage is owned by you. He then said, okay, yeah, I do own the footage. I just wanted, just coordinate, check, whatever. Okay. Kind of a lie number 2-ish. Then he said something.
This woman is out of
really
control.
bothered me. He said, I don't know how to send the footage. Like the file was too large. Oh, I was born yesterday. So you run an entire AV company and you don't know how to send footage.
Why would he even
That
send
doesn't
it?
sound right to me.
He's lying to you because he knows you're trifling. He knows you're trifling, Candace. Why are you acting surprised? Again, this is a lap too far. Do you really believe that people want to work with you? If they wanted to work with you, they would be working with you. People tend to work with people that they like. And if they want to work with you, they're going to work with you. They don't have to get their arms twisted and all that stuff to work with you. Like, he don't want to do anything with you.
Even more bizarre, he told me, and this is when I was extremely uncomfortable. He said, after I offered, you can just use WeTransfer. He said, I don't want to just send the footage over the internet that's behind Charlie's head because I'm worried that Google might hack me.
Okay.
I swear on everything I love.
Google is not your biggest issue, my dude. You're on the phone with the biggest issue. It's called Candace Owens.
So he told me he was afraid that Google was going to hack him. So at this moment, I got a little bit, I looked at my team and I started snapping across the table and I was like, I said to them, literally, guilty of something. I don't know. This is weird. So what a stupid lie. I mean, what do you mean just Google? So I said to him, I said, let's just pretend that does happen for whatever
Let's just hang the phone up on
Sergey
him.
Brin is sitting
On
there
her.
and he's going, I want to hack this person because I want to see footage behind Charlie's head. Does it. Whatever. And then he gives the footage to Fox News, CNN, and they play it. And what happens after that? I said to him, oh, I know what happens after. We all get to see Charlie Kirk die from a different angle. We've seen it die from 1,000 different angles. Like what is actually changing if Google hacks you? Weird. A weird thing to say. I also asked him who he was on the phone with after Charlie got shot. And he told me, and I kid you not, he was on the phone with the ops that were back in Arizona watching. And I said, what ops? We don't have people back in Arizona watching when we do college campus events. Is that
Wait.
something new?
Who are you? Who is we? Who is the we, Candace? You don't work for TPUSA, ma'am. They cut ties with you some time ago. This is such an odd story that she's telling this. And I think it's because she really doesn't have anything to talk about. So she started picking a fight with Mikey McCoy. Now she's picking a fight with the random AV guy that took down the camera that regretfully he answered the phone. This is crazy work.
He said, yes, it is new. In fact, this was the first time we were doing it. He said there were two ops that were watching it back in Arizona. And he told me that the reason that they were doing it was because, Candace, he said, Charlie, he was so ambitious and it wasn't fast enough that it was all being live streamed. He wanted people to live cut the clips so that they could be the first people to get it on the internet. He's like, not even a second to be wasted. So live streaming, so everybody can watch, but they were racing some people to get the clips out faster than anybody else because Charlie's ambitious. Now, I got a little suspicious and he could sense that I was now growing increasingly suspicious with every random thing that he was saying. He sent me a video that I didn't ask for. I wanted to see the footage. He then sends me a video. And I guess this was supposed to work as some sort of an alibi. I don't know if he thought that he shot Charlie. I certainly did not think that he was involved in pulling a trigger and killing Charlie Kirk. I actually don't know why this
Why are you on the phone with this woman?
What this video could have done that he sent me other than to make me feel even more uncomfortable. Because the video he sent me is quite shocking. It's also the reason that I knew that Tyler Boyer was lying when he tweeted that this guy was commanded by the police to take down the cameras. He's lying because I have every minute of what this guy was doing, thanks to him having sent it to me, okay? Every minute of what he was doing before he took those cameras down. And there are only 4 minutes, by the way, before he takes those cameras down. So he's next to and he is in front of Mikey McCoy when Charlie gets shot. Now, to his credit, he actually did see Charlie get shot. He saw, in like a split second, sees Charlie bleeding and runs. And doesn't run very far. He just runs a couple of yards away. Now, I should mention that the camera guy, he too was also brought into the company by Tyler Boyer, okay? And if you have worked with Charlie for this long, over a decade, and you watch Charlie Kirk get shot, what do you do? What would you do? I'm asking you this question at home. What would you do? I say two things that are pretty commonplace, right? You choose between fight or flight. You run towards him or you run away, and you run away far because you don't know what's happening. Is it one shot? Are there multiple people? Are you being pursued? There's no way to process that. If you are going to be in flight, you should be sprinting and maybe.
Okay, I got to stop. We got to clean the palate because I don't think this woman is well. I don't think she's well. And I apologize. I've been trying to hold my tongue and say that I think she's going through a mental crisis. But at this point, I just got to say it. I think she's deteriorating in 4K. We're literally watching somebody mentally deteriorate into ash. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the JWhit Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.